What's up, guys? Welcome back to Brav Global Reaction. Kindly watching me for the first time. Remember to subscribe, like, and also comment. So, into today's video, we are going to see the reasons as to why Jamaican culture and the positive things of Jamaica are copied from all parts all over the world, but it is receiving less credit. And maybe before I do, General, before I dive in, let us watch this video till the end, then I shall be coming in with more comments.
Yo, I feel like culture is supposed to be shared, innit? I feel like as a human being on this earth, it's your God-given right to know a little bit about everyone's culture, just for ignorance purposes. Man, you can't be ignorant out here, cuz. Everybody plays the fool when they don't know. So it's just better that you know, you know what I mean? But sometimes, let's be honest, man, some people beg it, bruv. You will share a culture that's so wavy, everybody wants to join in. And when they join in, they be acting like they're part of you from day one. No, 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 no. If I'm not going to lie, no one's been robbed more of their culture more than Jamaicans. And I'm so sorry about it. I'm sorry about it. No, today, I'm going to stand up for you. As a Nigerian man, I'm going to stand up for you. I can't take it again. I can't take it anymore. Granted, Jamaicans have got a wavy culture, but I can't lie to you, man. It's not for you to take and run off with, bruv. Even me as a Nigerian, I get pissed off when I see things like this, because I know say it never did come from Nanny's pot, fam. It didn't come from Nanny's pot. Bruv, this rice is not Jamaican. This rice is as Jamaican as a snowy white Christmas. Speaking of snow, you remember this guy? When I was younger, when I first heard this song on the radio, I thought this guy was Jamaican as Jamaican can be, fam. When I saw the video, this guy was Jamaican as the Statue of Liberty. It didn't even make no sense, bruv. I like Stone Boy. I think he's hard, but at the same time, fam, like, where does the patois come from when you there for Ghana? You're already in the middle of Ghana, rude boy. I can't lie, man. Burna Boy got some Jamaican sprinkle too, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. There's definitely some Jamaican sprinkles there, fam. Some sprinkles. I don't even know what it is. Some sprinkle flakes or some jerk flake or something. I don't know. Tuggy. If you man remember Tug of War, this guy was a Channel U sensation, bruv. This guy was as Jamaican as the transport for London, blood. You know your culture is doing a mazza when you see McDonald's try to bite the flavour, fam. Try to bite the sauce. Bruv, I've never seen no jollof flavoured McChicken crispy, blood. Don't come and do it, please. But the biggest violation is that you man want to serve Jamaican burger with bacon? With bacon? Disrespectful, that's very rude. But you know what, Jamaicans, you know what I'm going to tell you? This shit is all your fault. You man are too fucking cool. You man have been controlling the algorithm of what the world does, blood. And continue doing that, fam. We love ya.
Just call me Shenyang. When you hear me do my freestyles, just call me Shenyang. Shenyang anthem. Shenyang deals with all of the bad girl things, them. But when you hear me sing, you can call me Shensia. You know? When it comes on to my versatility, I just don't want to lock myself down in a box. I want to explore my creativity. You know, I want to do things that never been done before. Like, don't box down Jamaicans. Otherwise, people are going to just come from other different cultures and just steal it. And that's what I feel like has been happening for quite a long time, bro. We've inspired so many genres. So many people take from Jamaican music and Jamaican culture, like, you want to reach on the charts then? Supporting an artist. Support whoever you want to support, as long as them are Jamaican. Ain't no give a fuck matter is who.
While I do believe that Jamaica has a begging culture, I will say this. If the people who are actually begging you did take care of you, you should not complain. Literally. I had a guy in my workplace who was saying that his mom asked him for too much money. And I'm like, how long you live with your mom for? 19 years. Bro, what? Your mom is begging you too much for money, bro. I get that. A lot of people might disagree. But trust me, a lot of you guys will come here and literally forget the people who actually took care of you. Let's not get that straight. It's not only begging culture. Some of you guys are ungrateful. You come to America, you left your whole family back home, no matter if it's from Jamaica, any other country, and you refuse to send nothing back because you think it's too much work or it's too much thing. I told my mom, to be honest, sending a barrel back home is too much work. So I'm just going to give you money, and I will give her money one time. And the way how I love my mom, she's okay with that. She's like, that's fine. When you could send it, you send it. When my grandma sent in barrel, I put shit in and send it. To do it myself, too much work. But I know that I still send her money on an annual basis. A lot of you guys come out here and be like, oh, begging culture too much. Bro, you came from a family that treats you good. And all of a sudden you can't get on the money?
Jamaican culture is a vibe. Can you tell me, why are Jamaican people excellent at everything?
Girl,
but literally,
it's in our DNA. I don't know.
everything. Like, what is in the water? Like, what is in the in the
know.
genetics? Like, whether you go into athletics, whether you go into entertainment, whether you're doing behind the scenes, like whatever it is, like something about being Jamaican is the sauce.
We just love being the best at things. Like,
Is that what
we
it
do,
is?
And we just want to do things really well, and we're kind of relentless, and we don't stop.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it's incredible. I don't
mean,
know where we get like the tenacity from, but we have the tenacity and the audacity.
And the audacity.
I
know, because I was in New York for 10 years. I didn't live in Brooklyn, where I feel like I could have gotten it, or even in Queens, where I feel like I could have gotten it even more. But I feel like you just get like crazy respect for like Jamaican culture, food, vibes, people.
Yeah. Like, I mean, that's what's great about like Toronto, New York, is that you're so immersed in it. I would say Toronto is more heavy on Jamaican culture. In my experience in Brooklyn, it's more a variety of Caribbean cultures. Like, it's a good mix.
Okay.
But Toronto is very heavy on like Jamaican specific culture.
Have you noticed? Surely you've noticed. Jamaica does not have a lot of people, but it is famous. The food, the music, the way they speak. Yeah, man. The dance, beautiful women. What other nation is so few in number, but is so famous? I don't know. There's something about Jamaica, man.
So one of the things I've come to love about Jamaican culture is that, like, at first this was kind of hard, but I like it because you don't ever have to wonder where you stand with somebody that's Jamaican. Like, if they don't like you, you know. If they love you, you know. I think that's refreshing because, yeah, I mean, we want to be polite, and I get that. And there's a time definitely you want to be that way, but it's also cool because, you know, like, if somebody loves you or rocks with you, that it's like real, you know what I mean? It's not just polite. And so I think that's something that's really refreshing about Jamaica. So shout out for just keeping it real and leaving no room for questions, good and bad. Love y'all.
It isn't just Bob Marley that is making all of this money for Jamaica through tourism. That is Rastafari's culture that has been appropriated and exploited to this day by these same political players who are taking pictures and pretending like they're the ones who are embracing. Bob Marley tell you, never let a politician grant you a favor. So they have a whole heap of work to do when it comes down to doing the right thing for the Rastafari movement. Occupy Pinnacle was my first real insight and taste into the bitter gall the Jamaican government feels when they think about Rastafari standing up for what we deserve.
I know I might get some hate for this, but honestly I don't care because I'm about unpopular opinions. But I personally feel a lot of British Jamaicans that are living in this country do not have an understanding what it actually is to be Jamaican. No understanding whatsoever. None. They have a very stereotypical ideology of what it is to be Jamaican, but do they have a realistic, firm foundation of what it is to be Jamaican? No. It's based in a lot of stereotypical principles that are portrayed as Jamaican, but is not actually the real identity of being Jamaican whatsoever. I've met so much Jamaicans where I actually have a conversation about our economy or politics or where we're going as a society or how Jamaica has changed in the last 10 years, the things that have developed and not developed. Do you think they can join them to have a conversation? No, because for them, they only see Jamaica from a very entertainment, a very stereotypical, a very what is pushed out on the media for tourists and people that want to glimpse into Jamaica to see. But actually the real everyday life of an actual Jamaican, the real culture that is Jamaica, do they understand that? Hell no. And a lot of you Jamaicans that are living here haven't been Jamaica in like 500 years. You have no understanding. You don't even know what Jamaica is like anymore. And honestly, I understand when a lot of people are saying like the British Jamaicans are dying out in this society. They are. And a lot of people don't go back, and a lot of people don't visit, and a lot of people don't get to know their culture and their identity. Like, have you been Jamaican in the last 5 years? Do you know what's happening? Do you follow anything that's happening? Like, there is more to Jamaica than the entertainment. There's more to Jamaica than going to the grill, going to Taboo, going to Mecca. There is more to Jamaica. Have you sat down with some local Jamaicans? Have you asked them about society? Have you asked them about life? Have you actually been to a dead yard in Jamaica? Have you actually been to a funeral in Jamaica? Have you actually been anywhere? Have you actually lived and been in rural parts? Have you actually experienced different cultures and communities in Jamaica? Like, have you actually understood what it is to be Jamaican? Not the stereotypical thing you see on TV or you see on social media that you think is an expression of being Jamaican. Do you actually know what it is to be Jamaican? And a lot of people, honestly, I don't think they do. I don't think they do. And I don't think a lot of British Jamaicans do too. And I do think our culture is dying out. But that's also down to a lot of people not wanting to get to know it. Wanting to get to know it from a very simplistic point of view. And that's the truth about it. And I will stand on that. I will stand on that because I've met a lot of you in this country, because I live in this country, and a lot of you do not know what it is to be Jamaican. You just like to wear the colours, go to the parties, entertain yourself, and you're done with it. You're done with it. Or you go to Jamaica and you stay in a resort for 1 week and you're done. You're over it. You're over it. And if that's you, that's cool. But that is not accepting the whole of what being Jamaican truly is.
Did you guys know that less than 1% of Jamaica's population has access to their beaches in Jamaica? Actually, the number is 0.6% of Jamaica's population, to be exact. And why? Because of colonization. Foreign companies have bought out all the beachfront properties in Jamaica, limiting and preventing access of local indigenous Jamaicans from accessing their beaches, their own beaches. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, the hotels and resorts that are getting built is probably creating jobs, and it's creating, tourism, which is creating economic wealth for the country. Actually, 80% of the wealth created from tourism in not just Jamaica, but all of the Caribbean is moved to Western and foreign countries. I guess this is so triggering for me because oftentimes I hear people who will go to countries like Jamaica and go, oh, there were too many people selling me things on the beaches, and it was just so annoying. Actually, a lot of those people who are selling you souvenirs and trinkets on the beaches used to be fishermen. They used to be independent. But because of hotels and resorts buying up the beachfront properties, they have to resort to selling you rides on jet skis and selling you souvenirs. When we're talking about Jamaica specifically, it's not just beachfront properties that are being purchased by foreign countries and foreign companies. It's also the fact that Jamaica is the world's leading exporter of bauxite, which is the ore of which aluminum comes from. And foreign companies have been mining Jamaica's land for bauxite, and it has taken a toll on the land and its people. And now that it's depleted the land, they're looking to move to more ecologically friendly areas of Jamaica's island. A country that is dependent on tourism for economic stability is a country that is still enslaved, and Jamaica is one of many countries. I mean, this is happening to Puerto Rico, this is happening in the Philippines, it's happening in Thailand, it's happening in Bali. The global south is for purchase. If you are unable to draw the connection between what is happening in Jamaica to what is happening in Palestine to what is happening in Congo and Sudan, you are asleep at the wheel. Because we are in the middle of a global crisis, and this global crisis is now going to end up at our borders because people cannot survive this. This is unsustainable. It is actually very emotional to watch these videos of people in Jamaica who are the stewards of the land. They're not looking to be these rich capitalists. They're looking to just be in harmony with the land, to take care of the land, to enjoy the land. They're not looking to build resorts and hotels. They're just looking to survive. And these are the people, the stewards of the land, that are being displaced. And that's happening everywhere across the global south. And I am constantly wondering what happens when the stewards of the land are gone. What happens to this planet?
I was born and raised PNP. If you grew up in Jamaica, you understand you either grew up in a PNP household or a JLP household. But I don't know what is going on, people. I have sensed a shift under Andrew Holness's governance. And I know the PNP people, them are going to come for me and everybody going to have an opinion, but me not lie. Under Andrew Holness's governance, I have seen so much progress in the country. And as I tell you, I am not a homegrown Labourite, I am a homegrown socialist. But when I look at the developments that have been happening in the country over the years that Andrew has been in power, when you talk about buying school bus for the rural routes, now a third urban city has been identified down in St. Elizabeth. When we're talking about Andrew Holness heading up CARICOM, getting the respect of boss leaders like Amir Motley out of Barbados for just his intellect and his vision and his strategy. I already made my video about my experience at PICA and just how they have rehauled and re-engineered certain processes at these government agencies to make the experience more satisfactory for Jamaicans and more efficient. When we think about the investments, Pertree Hill, Pedro Plains, irrigation project, it's like, me not lie, me just feel like there is an energy and there is a momentum. There is just so much optimism in what Jamaica has to offer now more than ever. Jamaica's poverty index being at a historical low. This is like a 50% drop since 2021. So many positive things are happening, and I don't know if us as Jamaicans can truly continue to say, is that a contributing factor to a lot of the progress and the momentum that is going on. Reduction in unemployment, free housing for poor people. I don't know if this is pure sensationalism by the media and the party, and there is always room to do more and to do better. But at the same time, I think we can recognize progress and we can celebrate progress even if it is not perfection. Let me know if I am the only one who has been seeing this progress. And whether you're Labourite or whether you're socialist, can we come to the table as Jamaicans and call a spade a spade?
You know, so some man really for just get, like, honestly, so. No, my girlfriend called me yesterday and she said, Foxy, please, maybe you forgot to ask this by your platform so we can see. She got in the comments, so she want to see what people have to say about this. She have a man who she did with for 7 years. This man just strict, say him now, go down Panara and get no farmer ORAL. Right? Remember, so the platform kind of sensitive, so we have to keep it PG. So she said for the 7 years, she also want, and then he doesn't allow her to do it to him either. Him just depend him to believe that them thing there and you kind of nastiness and bomb clot and yeah. So I'm like him an idiot. You know, say the girl go find out to the boy have a next girl. That is not the problem, you know. Cause she know say him bad certain ways. That is not the problem. The problem is that home girl reach out to she and she tell the girl say, don't call my phone about a man, you know some of him woman, don't call my phone and I tell me the fuck her me is. The side end feel offended and decide to send Goody some picture and video. No, of course you don't know say I the means. Yeah, I the means what the man and yam. The girl send the girl the video and the picture them. Now my question is this. The man them wanna name a yard, but you no go road go name. How no do it? Why you not do it? Because you know the side fall would I feel like say the reason why the man not near my yard, if she even knows that the man not near my yard, she'll probably feel like I'm something wrong with the woman a yard pum pum, which I don't think I'm nothing wrong with the woman a yard pum pum. I more think it's a mind thing with them man ya. Like would I like to understand how you do that? You not please the woman to the full extent of your yard. Zine? But you want to hold on for that woman and you want to keep her locked down in the house and everything. You want to say, my woman this. But you not do the things them for please her. But when you meet another side foul or a side end, you do the things them and I satisfy she to the full extent. Make it make sense. When you tell me one thing in the comments, because my friends are in the comments, and me curious too. I want to know how that work. Make it make sense. Alright?
Yo, you know one thing that really pisses me off about living in Jamaica, and this is also something I cannot get used to, is the begging culture. I swear to God, it's the most pathetic shit I've ever seen. When I tell you, almost everybody begs out here, even the people with money beg. People that work jobs. I don't understand that shit. I'm too much of a prideful person to ask anybody for anything. When I first came here, I was broke as fuck. I lied to you not. One time I bought a small can of mackerel and 1 pound of rice. I made that shit stretch me 2 days. And I had somebody I could ask for money. I had somebody I could like get money from, but true I'm prideful. I said, you know what? I'm not even gonna ask this person. In my opinion, if you're begging somebody like your mother, your father, sister, cousin, that's different. That's family. You have all right to beg because, you know, they're supposed to help you. There's nothing wrong with that. But when I say complete strangers in fucking Jamaica, complete strangers just walk up to you and beg like they're homeless, it makes no sense. I was just standing in, what do you call it, the gas station up there. And then this woman, she walked up to me. She was like, hey, sir, may I beg you 2 bills? So I said, oh, I don't got it right now. All right, just give me a bills. Help me make up something. I think she was buying like tampons or something. She was like, hey, just give me a bills to help me make up. I said, I don't have it. She said, you don't have a bills? I looked at her and said, bitch, you don't have a bills? What you mean? Like, yo, when I tell you I was this close to smack it, yo, I'm telling you. I said it multiple times. People in Jamaica will send you to jail just because of their ignorance, bro. I lied to you not, bro. It's so pathetic and it's so annoying and disgusting to the point where, like, I avoid people. Like I have friends out here, but I avoid them a lot sometimes because I know they're gonna beg, and I don't mind saying no. I just don't want to say no. You get what I'm saying? And like, another thing, like the females do it shamelessly. Women in Jamaica beg shamelessly. It's like they feel like they have the right to do that shit. And that's why it's hard for me to find somebody here I take serious. Because I'll be chilling with a girl, we'll be doing good together and stuff like that. Then she'll say something that completely turned me off. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you could pay for this, I pay for that. And it's like, I just met you. I just met you. In Jamaica, a bitch will ask you for money before she asks you your name. They don't care about your name. They just want to know if you could buy them what they need to buy. You get what I'm saying? And it's just so weird, bruh. Because everybody does it. Everybody. Like, what the fuck? Bro, I've been here for 6 years. 6 fucking years, bro. If I had 1 bills for every time somebody begged me for money, I'd have enough to go back to America. No bullshit. That's how much it fucking happens. Every day somebody's begging for something, dog. Since I've been in Jamaica, I had 12 jobs. 12 jobs. And I didn't even grow up in Jamaica. So if a man like me could come to this country and get 12 different jobs, so can you. Dog, like, I don't know if people are lazy. I don't know if they're unambitious. I don't know what the case is, bro, but that begging culture shit, I can't get used to it. It's fucking lame, it's stupid, it's disgusting. And I know I might have some ignorant people in the comments saying some shit. Hey, go suck your mother. You see it? Like, that's all I have to say. Because if you probably beg too. Yeah, man. I'm out.
I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what nobody says. Jamaica is one of the most influential black countries on this planet Earth. On this planet Earth, hands down, Jamaicans is one of the most influential people on this planet that will stand against anything. I don't care. Back in the day, everyone had to claim to be Jamaican to be accepted. I don't care. Nowadays, everyone's being accepted. Everybody's music is being accepted. Everything's being accepted. But we were standing out when none of us was really accepting. When they weren't even accepting black music, when they weren't even accepting them spaces, we were still standing out there and telling people exactly who we were and what we represent. And that is the reason why we stand as one of the most influential countries on this planet. And I don't care what nobody says, because we're a country of 3 million people. We're a country of 3 million people. And we influence from our lands all the way that way and all the way that way. Okay? So I just want to shout out. I just want to shout out to all my Jamaicans. And I just wanted to shout out to all the people that love Jamaica, because we're one influential motherfucking country and nobody can tell me differently. And I respect my country highly, and I will always talk about my country highly because we're one of the top. And I don't care, the haters can come, but we are one of the most influential countries, and the reason why corporations and brands and everybody will continuously to watch what we're doing year on year on year, because we set records, period. Done.
Yes, I think I've watched the video and seen the reasons as to why Jamaican culture is being copied all over the world and it is receiving less credit. This is not an issue to discuss. It is very, very true, and you can just see it with your bare eyes. When you go all over the social media and using any media, maybe print media, you will see that Jamaican culture and the positive nature of Jamaica is being copied all over the world. This is not something to form a debate or start an argument on whether Jamaican culture is copied all over the world and is receiving less credit. So guys, we have seen several things like people having rastas, the dressing code of Jamaica being copied with other people, but it is receiving less credit. So let me highlight to you these things that are being copied by everyone in the world, and it's making Jamaica to receive less credit. Number one, Jamaican culture. Reggae music is sung everywhere. When we go to several parties, several ceremonies, we hear reggae music being played. But we don't see any credit coming back to Jamaica. Secondly, we have this Jamaican food. Take an example, the jerky chicken. When we go to many restaurants in the world, the meal is served to several tourists, several people, but the credit is only given to those who buy. They don't give the credit to the original creators or the original founders of that meal. Another thing is the Jamaican vibes. The Jamaican vibes are going all over the world. But we are seeing those people who are spreading the vibes, that the one who are getting the credit. We don't see any credit going back to Jamaica. Another thing is the Jamaican dressing code. We have seen several musicians, several actors and actresses having the wearing style of Jamaica. And many people like the one who are dressing. The credit is not going back to Jamaica, the ones who made that dressing code or that dressing style. We have seen even people going to perform in several shows, going to perform in several festivals, but the credit is only going to those people. Jamaica is not getting any credit. Another reason is the dance halls. We have seen the Jamaicans are the founders of the dance halls. But the dance halls have spread in several parts of the world. We are seeing that those people who are owning the dance halls, they're the one who are receiving credit. But Jamaica's the one who began, the one who are the founders of the dance halls, they are receiving less credit. Take an example in America. We have dance halls in America. But the Americans are the one who are getting very much credit. Unlike Jamaicans, and Jamaicans are the one who are the founders of the dancehalls. We also have the beats. The beats are the ones which are used when singing a song. So the reggae beats are used in when many people are forming songs. When a person wants to maybe produce a song, he or she may take the reggae beats to use. But the song gets viral. The one who is receiving credit is the singer, not the founder of those beats. Another thing is the Patos language. The Patos language has gained popularity in many parts of the world. When a star or when a celebrity speaks a Patos language, he is viewed as being very good. He is appreciated. We see many credits going to him or her because he or she is a celebrity. But the Patos language, where did it originate from? It really originated from Jamaica. It was really formed in Jamaica, but the much credit is going to the person speaking Patois, not the founders of the Patois language. Another thing is the spices or the things that adds flavor in meals. When preparing meals, Jamaica uses natural spices, unlike other countries which uses the processed spices. So we have seen these natural spices being copied to several parts of the world, to several countries. But when a person comes up with a recipe on how to prepare something, he is the one who is appreciated. But when we take into consideration the spices used, the natural spices used, we see that the spices were originally generated from Jamaica. So guys, there are several and many reasons as to why Jamaican culture is spreading all over the world and it is receiving less credit. So guys, those are the reasons which I've just found out, and I think you've seen them throughout the videos. Thank you very much for your time. This is Brav Global Reaction. Remember to subscribe, remember to like, remember to comment. Bye for now. Let us meet in the next video. So guys, let us interact more in the comment section. Bye bye.